Yes.
Happy noon, everyone. This is Anoopa from Tips Erode CBSE, handling primary years. And another pillar of self development. Today, we have the topic growth and glow framework. And this growth and glow framework is something that when we start this journey of growth, when we start developing ourselves, we'll have a certain kind of glow in us. Like, if I should say, for example, when we come across someone, we'll not feel this with everyone. Just some with certain people, we'll feel like, look at her, how charming it is. It is not about their appearance, or it is not about their makeup or something, or their dressing, but it is about the person they are. The person who are working on themselves, developing themselves, have this certain kind of glow, like the calmness in you, the confidence, or the way you handle situations, the clarity in you, everything is a sort of glow. So this here, the objective of this session is going to be like we are going to reflect, realign, and grow ourselves through step by step with small intentional actions. So that is what the whole session is all about. And before moving to the next section, I would like to ask, how are you all feeling right now? Like, what is your current state or mood? I want a moment for you all to pause everything, whatever you are doing right now, all about your planning, your session, planning your assessment, feedback, and everything. I want you to pause and check on your current state, your energy or focus, and choose one emoji that is going to represent it and post it in the chat box. Yes, ma'am. Good.
Anoopa.
We have many happy emojis here. Yes, why am I asking this right now? Is it really important? Yes, it is. It is the first step that is going to relate it with our self-development. The first step of our self-development, like your starting point. It says that the growth begins with self-awareness. How do you feel just right now? Are you happy? Or after a long day or something, how do you feel? That is going to be about all this. The growth begins in here. I wanted to quote that knowing yourself better is the beginning of all wisdom. If you're happy, next you're going to reflect. What will be your next step? How can I take it to the better or next level? Or if you're going to feel tired or low, or what can you do for it? Again, you're going to reflect and you're going to take it to the next level. So it begins in here. And we all know that self development is nothing new for us. So I want you to think an answer or just give me a text like, what is self development? Why are we calling it as self development teachers? Anyone? Why are we saying it as self development? Better version of ourselves. Yes, Nasima ma'am. Good. Anybody? Yes, of course, ma'am. Sangeeta ma'am. Yes, it is going to be a lifelong learning, improving our skills, to upgrade ourselves. Yes, upgrading ourselves. So that is why it is called self-development. We are going to develop ourselves and no one else can do this for us. We are going to take complete responsibility from beginning to the end. So yes, see here, self-development is taking responsibility for the person you are becoming. Taking responsibility in the sense like complete responsibility from the beginning, setting your goal, what to do, when to do, or how to do, and till you're reaching your goal. And this step is going to be a complete cycle and it is going to be a lifelong journey, as Sangeeta ma'am said. So, yes, and one common goal or no, one common way or thing is not going to work out for everyone. We all are different from each other. Our goals, our strength, our area of development, or maybe our life situations and things, everything are different from each other. So, one common thing is not going to work out. So, that is why we are here to frame your own or build your own framework so that you can take yourself to the next level. And following this, you have the steps like from knowing to becoming. Yes, this awareness, reflection, direction, action, review, and realign. Everything we all know this already. Consciously or unconsciously, intentionally or unintentionally, we are following this. Um, we are following this and doing it on our daily life, whatever we are going to do. For example, if I should take a classroom scenario, because every one of us can relate it here, I believe. Think of yourself here entering a class, and the children are unusually restless. They are unusually restless. That is where we have this awareness. And then next, after awareness, you're gonna go reflect. Why are they restless? Then you got to know that it last class they had this PE session and they had this games and so on. So this is reflection. After reflection, they are in that same flow. So what shall we do next? How can I bring them back, bring their mode back to the learning? You're going to plan some icebreaker activity or something. That is what direction. What are you going to do? When are you going to do? How are you going to do? And this. And then implementing it. That is going to be your action. The rate of action. And then again, you're going to check, you'll review it, whether they are on track, they are along with me. If not, you're going to realign it and work on it. So these are all just technical terms, but generally we are all following it then and there. It is going to be a complete cycle. And as we all know, awareness is going to be the first step. Following this, I have some few questions for you all. Pause and check in. Where am I right now? So after all these questions, or by the end of the slide, you're going to have few answers in you, like your strength, your area of development, and what small step you can do. And here, you're not going to give me the answers, or you're not going to discuss it with your friend or post it in the chat box. Here, you're just going to listen to the question and you're going to have one genuine answer in your mind. And that is it. So, shall I start? You can show a thumbs up if you're ready. And yes. The first question will be, right now, am I living mostly on intention or on routine? Just think about this. Is this going to be an yes or no question? You can just have that answer in your mind and be ready for it. The second question will be, when was the last time I felt truly present and satisfied in my day? Your answers. And the next one will be, what comes naturally to me? Maybe at work or maybe anywhere. It can be a general thing. What comes naturally to you without any efforts? We all have some hidden talents and so on, right? And then the next one, which habit or quality helps me manage my work effectively? Or we can say it as something that you're confident about yourself. Anything like that. Just think of all your answers. Then next one, what one habit or pattern quietly limits my growth? We are the better person to know about ourselves, right? So we know it, we are at some part, we are neglecting it, and that's all. The next question will be, what drains my energy the most in the whole day? And the next one, which area needs my attention first? my mind, or my body, or my skill? And then comes the last one. What small step can I start today? So, by this, you will have some answers in your mind. These are all some general questions that we have. But then again, if I say the self-development is going to be a tailored version, we cannot have the common thing or something. So you can reflect on yourself in your own way of questions and things. Following this, next one we'll be having few strategies like what am I going to develop, or next one follow that you will have how am I going to develop or when am I going to develop. So next slide is that what what are you going to develop? Your mind, body, and skill triangle. Do you have any what do you think about this triangle? Do you get any idea about this by looking at it? What does this triangle shows? Like maybe anything. As I should say that this mind, yes, yes, ma'am, Sujata ma'am, yes, of course. These three are connected with one another. They are connected to one another to form a complete triangle, and it is like a continuous flow. If one is weak or if one is not there, the absence of one is going to affect the other, affect the both other. For example, we need, yes, ma'am, Sangeetam, we need to develop all three areas. Yes, ma'am, yes, your answer is right. It is like self-development works better when they're all working together. Think of a thing. Think of some areas like when we are entering into a class, we are completely ready and prepared for our class. Like we have the strategies and classroom management techniques, assessment, or you have all the ideas from the starting to the end. You're completely prepared. But when you're entering into the class, uh, these are the common scenarios that we have, like a big any message or mail from a parent that would just completely stop us. Our mind will be stopped, or we'll be thinking about that for the whole day until we are getting a solution. Or if you have a severe headache when you're entering into your home, entering into your class, or if you have any other pain, we cannot do or we cannot give our complete self inside the class. So that is how it works. It is not about you're working only on your skills. You are giving equal time to your mind, your body, and your skills so that your result will be at the maximum level. That is called as synergy. When your mind gives direction and your body gives energy, your skill gives you action. The progress will be multiple. So this is it, what it is all about. So we should work on all the three areas. If any one area is left out, the whole system is gonna clash. You can think of a tripod. If any one side is gonna be weak, the whole system is gonna collapse. And that is it. So we are gonna develop our mind, body, and also skill. I want you all to think of one activity or activity you can do for your mind or for your body and also for your skill. Maybe like for your mind, reading some books or meditating, a pause between each class, a break, or reflecting. And for your body, like small activities that will be suitable for you, completely suitable for you. This way your body, like starting with good diet, hydration. Yes, ma'am, of course. Music and books. Yes, Malin, ma'am. Thank you, thank you. And for your skill, it completely depends on you. In what area you need to develop yourself. You're gonna just choose your own. I want you all to think of one thing that you can do for your mind or body or skill. And then the next one, it is like, how are we gonna develop all this? That there comes this one person strategy, small steps and big changes. improving yourself a little every day instead of trying to change everything at once. Yes. Before I'm going into this strategy, I wanted to bring or connect it with the recent blog that our MD sir has shared on the topic of self-discipline, where he has shared some 6 powerful techniques for self-discipline. And the first and foremost technique is that a technique that I can relate it here completely. Harness the power of small habits. Harness the power of small commitments and so on. Yes. With that, it says that if you have some big goals or ambitions or something, it at times we may feel overwhelmed or we may diverted and so on. So the key point is that when we have big goals, we are going to divide it into small, micro, manageable steps that we can just do on the very next day. That we are going to divide it, and I wanted to show this in this domino chain. I can relate it here. If you can see it in the screen, this domino chain shows like the last domino is as big as is equal to the size of a man, and the first domino, look at this picture he's placing in the front. It is just the micro level, how small it is. So this is how our goals or whatever it is, our goals or objectives should be divided in such a way so that we can do it. Each and every step will build as strong enough to face the next one. Think of this small domino pushing the last one or the bigger one. It sounds completely impossible, but with the step-by-step process, the last thing even it's going to fall down. So small, it may sound small and insignificant, but when we take it step by step, it's going to be possible. And for this, you may think already we have this routine and it was completely packed, no time to rest and so on. But we no need extra hour for all this, extra hour, no pressure. You're not going to follow any big strategies or so on, big strategy theory. Just one small action each day. That is more than enough just to take yourself to the next level. Like for example, if I should say some example, getting fit, hitting gym and getting fit is gonna be your big ambition, or it is, we can compare it to the last domino that is there at the last. And how can we divide it? If no gym, you can do it in your home with dumbbells. If no dumbbells, we can do some floor exercises with the help of some apps that we have already. If no floor exercises, of course, we can just stretching our body for 2 minutes each day. And if no stretching, we can go with meditation or breathing exercises or walking. If none of this, again, we can go just 2 minutes pause. We're just sitting in a complete silence, no music, no people around you, just you and your silence. So it is. So I'm just coming to say that it is that we should decide. We should ready to take action. We have all the opportunities around us. It is just how are we ready to take those actions and so on. And some key points to follow this one person strategy is that starting small. We are not going to go with a big thing. In the first step, starting small. Pick one tiny task that you can do. For example, if I'm taking reading books or inculcating the reading habits, you're going to read 6 lines in a day. Just 6 lines. Set up your environment. It is like if you're going to read book, you should have read book within your you should have this book within your sight, and removing the distractions. No distractions around you, no mobile phone, no talking, and no anything else that is going to distract you. Next one is going to be like increase slightly every day. That is just that increase your difficulty level 1% each day. If it's going to be a 6 line on the day one, next day you can have it as 7 line or 8 line. So you should increase it according to your level. So you can attain it easily. You can improve yourself day to day. The next one is going to be up close. Reflect daily on your progress. Without reflection, we will not know whether we are on track or we are doing it right. Is it helpful for us and so on? Reflect it. If it is not, we are going to adjust it and according to our goal or something to the next day. Next, protect consistency. This is the key thing. If we don't have consistency, then of course we are gonna miss it. Don't miss it more than for 2 days. It's gonna be, if you're gonna miss for 2 days, start again from the beginning. So these are all some key ideas to follow this 1% strategy. Next, we have this idea like we know what to develop now for our mind. We have an activity for our body, and we know what skill we need to develop now. And we also got an idea how are we going to develop this step by step in each for each and every day. So next one, it's going to be like, um, when are we going to do all this? Like, we will have an idea. Yes, we should do this and this. We'll be following it for 2 days or 3 days. We'll be hydrating. We'll do some active body exercises. But after 3 or 4 days or 1 week, we'll just completely forget about that idea. We'll miss it. And that's why we have this habit taking method. We can implement it in our classrooms or in our daily life as well, normal day as well. Habits, before knowing into getting into the habit stacking method, I wanted you to know, say some habits that we are have in our daily routine. What we will not miss in each and every day. Some habits that we are doing on the daily basis. Like anything else, daily habits that we are following in. Yes, brushing, bathing, and so on. These are all some daily habits that we are gonna do, like brushing or bathing or having a tea break. So we are gonna add one more habit along with it. Like after brushing, we all have this we all have this inbuilt alarm in ourselves. Even on Sundays, we'll just wake up on the same time. When we will wake up on the same time of the working hours. Like so, we are going to use this inbuilt alarm and follow this habit stacking method. Like we should set an alarm in our mind. After brushing, my next activity is going to be like I should stretch. Or after entering into a class, it is time for me to check or reflect or just to plan or recall what I'm going to do. So you're going to add one habit after one. You're going to add one practice after a habit that you're doing. For example, I have some samples here. After each bell, these are all things that we have in our school. After each bell, taking 4 mindful breathing or 1 minute reflection, how my class went well, what can I do next, and so on. Letting go of previous class, whatever happened before this, just letting it there, and then moving on to the next class. Or during breaks, what can we do during breaks, like hydrating ourselves, posture checking. When I'm adding about this posture check, I wanted to add that we teachers, we all have this neck pain, shoulder pain, and back pain, and so on. This is because our posture is not right. If this gonna continues, it will be end up with the disc problems and so on. So posture check, we cannot stand in the same position or sitting in the same position for a long time. If we get a pain, it is just showing that next we should move, or we should move from that place, we should adjust our posture, or we should stretch and so on. So I have practiced this habit stacking method in my class that I would like to share. Uh, like in my class, when children struggle with the spellings in the IS subject, I thought of giving them these spellings for 2 days. I have two spellings for each day. But after certain week or 2 weeks or something, I've just completely forget about it. And then I made this as a practice. When it is time for them to write their handbook, I should give them words, two new words for them to learn. So After this, after I'm explaining this to children each and every day, even if I forget all about this, they will come forward and they will remind me, ma'am, this is time for you to give me those two words and so on. So even if we forget, we will have we have children to remember us and remind us. So that is how we are going to do this habit. Like for example, if I should say before bed, reflecting on how your day went well, what can you do next, or planning for the next day, developing one strategy or something before bed. Just take 2 minutes to recall everything. That is all about it. And after brushing, stretching, yoga, walking, technological updates, and so on, we have lot many areas for us to develop. It is just that how are we going to do it? How are we going to implement it? It is not that you are going to do all of this at the same time. Just one activity for your brain, one for your body, and one for your skill. We are just going to give equal balance on all sides. That it is all about. And yes, now we have uh, the skills for us to develop. How are we going to develop? When are we going to develop? And this is your complete framework. This will give you a complete idea how are we going to take us to next step, take us to the next level step by step. After this, I have a slide where it shows a picture. I want you all just to think and reflect on it. What you think about it. I don't want you to share it in the chat box, or I'm not going to say what this is all about. I just want you to think and reflect on it. The one side, the ladder it is built, completely built, but on the other side, it is just half built, but it is smooth and perfect. So I just want you to pause and reflect on it. And yes, thank you, listeners. Thank you for being here. And this is what the Growth and Glow framework for today.
Thank you
Any
so much,
questions?
Miss. Thank you so much, Anupa, for giving us so many strategies. Teachers, if you have any question, you can check with her, and by the time I'll drop the uh, attendance sheet.